another episode of the Muscle Hustle Podcast. I'm your girl, Cokes. Make sure to subscribe at the Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms. I'm here with a dear friend of mine, Mr. KJ, Kendrick Jones.
What's up, Coke?
It's been a minute.
A good minute.
Yo, like real talk. One, I'm glad you're here. Two, why is it like pulling teeth just to get you on this damn platform?
Well, I like to stay behind the camera. You know, I'm a behind the scenes type of person.
But you always yelling at somebody.
Yeah, they forced me to come out. But I like to stay behind the scenes. I'm a little more low key than anything.
Kendrick, you're not low key.
I am.
No, you're not. 1/3 co-owner of the infamous Level 1 Fitness and the L1 Foundation. Everybody that knows, all of them are KJs. He is the baby of the KJs. The youngest, but in the end, he's one that is always in the forefront. So he's never really behind the scenes like he says he is.
Yes, I am behind the scenes. I like to stay behind the scenes.
Man, my guy, whatever.
I step out every now and again.
This is also my dancing partner, okay? So I don't care what he says, but thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Glad to be here.
KJ. All right, so last time we actually was on the platform, right? We actually did like a chop up segment on you, right? Mm-hmm. And pretty much just kind of tapping in a little bit more because you was expressing how you was behind the scenes then. You was tapping in a little bit more on who you were, you know what I'm saying? What you represent, where you was from and all that, right? Just kind of getting a little bit more in depth of what you're about, right? We'll probably, cross that a little bit more today. But honestly, one of the biggest things that I kind of put out now that we're back on and popping is just being a little bit more vulnerable and being able to kind of speak out on, I don't want to say our truth, but like honestly speak out in the sense where we're able to be a little bit more receptive towards other, no fluff, right? I realized that no matter how behind the scenes we like to be, honestly, we're always being looked at in some shape or form. And we're very, very much respected. And because of that, people are always watching, but people are always listening as well, too. And I didn't realize that even so much about me. Like, you used to tell me that a lot, too, and I used to snug that real quick. Me, honestly, taking a sabbatical from doing the podcast in itself, and the amount of love that I was getting and I call it love because in the end it's just like, dang, like y'all really didn't have to pour in the way that y'all did, but the amount of love that I was getting, the amount of push that I was getting towards getting the platform back up and running, I didn't really think nobody was really checking for me like that. So I appreciate y'all. All right. But this is somebody that's actually been in my corner from jump. We moved out here around the same time. And so it was kind of one of the situations where we kind of locked in. And so he's also somebody that I really highly respect as well. And usually when Kendrick puts his foot down when it comes with me and he speaks, I'm quick to listen. It's very hard to simmer me down. So, but one of the biggest things right now, especially in the sense where it is towards the end of the fiscal year, right? Or towards the end of the year, we'd say, is the burnout. Right. People is getting tired. They're ready for the holidays. They ready to just be chilling and kind of just, get lit with their friends, their family, and just be done with the year. I'm ready for 2020, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm over this shit. You know what I'm saying? So before we even really jump into anything, what's been good with you? How you been?
I've been pretty good. I mean,
you look refreshed.
I am. So I have this thing where I have days where I limit my human contact. I don't speak to anybody. I don't answer a phone. I just kind of go and do me. So this morning I did that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took about maybe 5 hours just to do what I wanted to do. So I took my dog on a 5-mile walk, came home, chilled a little bit. And then I had to get back to real life and go teach and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's very important for me because I can't really maneuver and truly engage with people if I'm not at peace on the inside. So I just have to disconnect for a little bit and then reconnect so I can actually be able to be there for people and do what I need to do.
You find that challenging, especially now, you're no longer new. I'm
Mm-hmm.
no longer new. We've been here for 4 years now.
Mm-hmm. Four
Yeah.
years. Yep.
You find that challenging in this place that we're in right now versus like being back home?
Uh, it's kind of easier here for me because back home,
Responsibilities was out the
yeah,
ass.
I had a lot of responsibilities. I mean, I was an educator. I had a performing arts nonprofit going on. I was active in my parents' church, so it was always something happening, always on call, on go. Where here, the gym, the foundation, um, that's basically the only things that really, I have to give myself and time to, really, like
That's a
that.
full time though.
Yeah, it is full time. It is
Mm-hmm.
full time, but thankfully we've gotten to a place where we have people in positions that can handle things,
Yeah.
and now I can actually step away when I need to kind of work on the business and not in the business.
It's true when they say that you actually have to take time to really build your team.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like it don't really got to be a solo thing. Um, Once you actually build that team and then trust people in those responsibilities,
Hmm.
you're actually able to
Delegate.
delegate. And
Yeah.
do you ever get scared at the fact that it's just like, damn, this is not going the way that I wanted to? Like I now got to step in and
I do. I
yeah.
do. I'm a control freak. Like as a Capricorn, I want to control every detail, everything. I want to control how you do it, when you do it. But I had to kind of put that to the side and realize that everybody's not going to operate the same way. Everybody's not going to do things the same way. Yes, there is a standard on how you want it done, but that standard can be interpreted different ways. They're still getting it done to that standard, but just in a different method. And so I had to come to grasp with that.
Almost like a learning curve.
Yeah, definitely a learning curve. And once I kind of accepted that, things started to move a little smoother for me and a lot less stress.
You was able to actually take a whole vacation.
Oh,
And then after, when you came back, you was like, yeah, I'm not
yeah.
coming back.
Yeah. I took a
was like,
month
wait,
off.
you took a whole month.
Yeah.
I've never seen Kendrick take off no damn month. But I've never even seen him take off a weekend without being like, oh shit, I gotta get something done. Like it's crazy. So when he told me, he was just like, yeah, I'm going on this vacay and then I'm going to disconnect. I was like, wait, don't you disconnect at the vacay? He's like, no, I'm disconnected for a month. I was like, I gotta see this shit. And he did it.
Yeah.
Kudos, nigga.
And that was the best thing. That was the best thing for me to realize, like, it will move without you. At first I was like, if I'm not here, this is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It can move without you as long as you're delegating to the right people, if you have the right people in place, and basically structuring by time. Like, say, for instance, I think it needs to get done now, but it don't necessarily need to be done right now in this moment. Maybe it could be done 3 weeks from now or 4 weeks from now. It's not a priority, and sometimes we find ourselves making things priority that aren't really, it's not going to make a difference
Right,
on
whether or not it's
the outcome of the business or whatever it is that you're making that
so
priority.
long as it's completed.
As long as it's completed.
That's hard to grasp, y'all, real talk, because I think one of the biggest things when it comes to that I've seen, like, we like to throw the whole zodiac thing around and stuff like that. I do really feel like it is the time of the year that really determines the type of personalities that people have. I don't know. That's just me. And whether or not that's zodiac wise, I don't know. But I do realize that, like, even folks in June, which they would consider Geminis, we're control freaks as well, too. We just don't know how to delegate. Right? Y'all know how to delegate and still want to control the way that people do certain things. We just don't know how to delegate. So we're just like, okay, we just going to control everything. And then be exhausted as shit and look like zombies at the end of the day. And then next thing you know, nothing is done.
Yeah.
And then now I'm frustrated. And so it's funny. I did put a poll out, right, earlier this week. And I was actually really, really thrown back at the reception of like people actually taking the time to respond, right? And I guess I really shouldn't be so surprised for the matter because again, y'all wanted this to come back. And so one of the biggest things that I was really trying to tell everybody is the fact that like this time around, I really want everybody to be a lot more involved, right? Like we got a lot of things in store. MH events, you know what I'm saying, as far as like community base, and then also being able to tap in and lock it in with other nonprofits as well too, and really be able to kind of like coexist with just, other people to be able to kind of build in the community. Because I want y'all involved. I want y'all to be able to share. I want y'all to be able to drop gems. I want y'all to be able to suggest, so that way we can be able to have content that makes sense. So going back to this John here, I put out, saying, me and LP, we, put out the episode to start off the season. And I tapped it in with my mom, saying how I kind of just chucked the deuces out on everybody when things happen. And I want to say thank you for really being in my corner and helping me with this healing process. You know what I mean? Solid dude for real. But I'm gonna continue to give you your flowers throughout. You know what I mean? So don't feel so shy. You'll be all right. But okay, one of the questions that I have put out, honestly, was how do you know when you get burnt out? And I'm actually going to be reading a couple of things that are a couple of responses that came about on literally both my pages, my personal page and MH page as well too. And so just keep note that sometimes when I put this out there, this will get read, right? And if you don't want your name mentioned, make sure to be like, hey, make sure don't say my name. Okay. So how do you know when you get burnt out? Let's go ahead and tap in with you. How do you know when you get burnt out?
Ooh. Well, burnout for people, it looks different for different people.
Yeah.
For me, it's mental fog. I can't really focus on anything. There's no motivation there anymore. Even that discipline, because without discipline, you really can't get anything done. Even the discipline starts to fade on certain things. Like, I've been disciplined in this. I've been doing this like this consistently.
Right.
And then when I'm getting ready to burn out, I stop doing things.
Right.
The motivation's not there. A big thing for me, I'm very, people who know me behind the scenes, they'll say different because they know a different version of me. But when I'm in like public places, or say for instance, the business, I'm very refined and professional. When it comes to the burnout, stuff starts rolling off the tongue a little easy that traditionally won't just come off the tongue. Yeah. and people start to feel it. Like, I can say, like, I'm not burnt out right now, but I'm getting there. I've been covering strength and conditioning on Tuesdays.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
Yeah, it's traditionally that was my time
your thing to actually
get my workout. So now I'm actually teaching that.
Okay.
Holding it down for my brother while he's coaching football. The season's almost over. And so the aggression is starting to go in the workout. They're like, "Man, you got us doing all this. Just do it." I'm
it's very easy.
I'm really on them. I mean, for them, it's good because they're getting a hell of a workout. But for me, it's like, oh.
Kendrick is low-key a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
He ain't serving the military, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. But okay.
But yeah, so that's how burnout looks for me. And that's when I start really and intentionally taking those days where I just have to have no human contact or reset, whatever that looks like. Just doing things that I enjoy doing, whether it's repotting my plants or walking the dog or just going for a bike ride, just small, simple things like that throughout the week. A lot of people think it's vacation, take a vacation, but that's just for one point, and that's just a small period.
Because again, vacation doesn't necessarily have to be so grandiose.
Right, catching flights to Bali and all of that. Yeah.
Which is all fine and grand. Yeah. Just remember, you still got to come back home.
Exactly.
But also being able to take like many mental vacations or things of that nature. I guess people can say it like that, or just kind of like again, a timeout. Pretty much. That's really
and
what it is.
Making it a habit, like throughout the year, and not just towards the end or when you're getting ready to burn out, and that can possibly help you not to burn out if you're piecing those little things, creating these habits throughout your week.
Your discipline still needs to be up to par in order for you to be able to maintain those habits too, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
So if that's also shaken, then it's just like, shit. Because I'm not gonna lie, my discipline is shaken. I've definitely been one of those people who they're just like, no, everything you do when it comes to how you move is dress as a militant,
right? To
a certain extent, especially for everybody else that I delegate stuff towards. But when it comes to self-care, there's no discipline for that, and I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
And so one of the moments where I chucked the deuces, I realized like, oh, I look busted. None of y'all motherfuckers go tell me I look busted. Like, I'm not telling you my wigs ain't slayed. Like, what the hell? My edges is not edging. Like, you know what I mean? Shit is on backwards. I'm leaving phones in the fridge. And it was a lot.
Yeah.
But that's what my burnout looked like. But my burnout in itself, I didn't realize I was burnt out. Like people were saying it, you know what I'm saying? And they was trying to like really spar me or like give me grace and stuff like that. And I'm looking at them like, I don't need your pity. I don't need your grace. How about you do this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And get about my face. So I was like real aggressive with it, but I didn't realize that it was really honestly coming from, now granted, not everybody. Some of them, they was real false. But some of the ones who I know to be genuine about their care, it was coming from a good place. It was coming from a sense of worry and a sense of like, we know you to be this, you know what I'm saying? And you slipping.
Right.
Or we know you to be this and this ain't you, sis. Like, fix that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, don't know if I'm coming or going. You know what I mean? But DJ King Tut said he knows when he burns out when his mind won't stop racing. This causes sleep issues and lack of motivation. Could definitely sense that as well too. Sleep issues. My sleep has never really been up to par, so I can't even really talk on that.
Got to get some rest. I will go to sleep. You hear me? I will sleep.
I sleep in like awkward situations. What I mean by awkward, they're not comfortable. So like I could sleep standing up. I sleep in the car as long as I make it to like the parking
that's that
deck.
military stuff.
You know what I
have
mean?
to get it when you can get it.
Yeah, because mind you, I got a damn couch in the house that I purposely bought, right, for the sake of people not coming to stay over. Like you come 5 minutes later, you out because the couch is uncomfortable. It's just decorative, right? That's like my safe haven now. So now I'm over here falling asleep on the damn couch. My neck all crimped up by the time I wake up. It's not comfortable at all. But when I'm in my bed, like I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Mine can't turn off. That's what it be.
Yeah. So I used to have that issue. And I talked to one of the gym goers. She's actually a therapist. Brittany Noel.
Brittany.
Yes.
Shout outs to Brittany.
And I told her this. I was like, my mind is always racing. It seemed like I can't turn it off at night. And she was like, so what are your sleeping habits like? And I was like, traditionally I would watch something on Netflix, maybe fall asleep on the sofa, get up 3 o'clock in the morning, go get into bed, and then I'm up and at 'em again. She was like, Kendrick, you're not actually rested. And she gave me little tools. First, she was like, first off, just go get into bed. Why are you on the sofa?
But now I'm going to be like this.
Exactly. And then the phone. Take the phone, put it in the other room. And at least an hour before bed, kind of take yourself away from technology, whether it's the television, social media, that kind of thing. Because that actually has your mind running as well and thinking. And so I've been doing that, and it actually helped.
Really?
Yeah, it actually helped. I actually wake up feeling refreshed in the morning instead of, oh my God, I got to get up another day. Here we go. You know. Maybe
I should leave my phone in the fridge more often.
In the fridge? What is it, overheating?
No, I just left it in there. I don't remember.
You got some good sleep that night?
I did. I forgot it was in there. I did. I actually ended up having to use my laptop to call my phone to figure out where it was.
Oh, wow.
And don't judge me.
That's for another podcast.
Just Lawyer Up. She said, when things you once loved, like waking up, seems like a hard task. And it keeps going. Yeah, that's definitely something I can relate. What did he say? Audaciously Suspicious One says, no longer enjoying activities which normally brings you joy. Oh, our girl Jakia, true Capricorn. She always got to make sure she's known to be a Capricorn. I feel more irritable, impatient, or easily frustrated than usual, and I detach from people and things. Which is funny, Kia, because I'm going to put you on blast a little bit. I definitely have seen it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I guess it's because of the fact that we are pretty cool and tight knit, where we could be able to notice that when she's off.
Hmm.
Which is funny because she could be able to notice when I'm off as well too. And at first I'm just like, we ain't that close for you to be noticing when I'm off. But I guess because you're in our circle, you can notice it's like something ain't
Yeah,
right,
the
and you
energy
feeling it.
is
Yeah, she
different.
like that impasse. She just be feeling it. I don't like that. Stay out of my shit, Jakia. um, who else said something? We also got Young Architect, the Young Architect. When you have no more give, everything just
Mm,
stops. Mm. Ralph. Ralph.
I know he said something off the wall.
No, actually, he said the brain and the body can't follow through.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? No lie, knowing Ralph, I was surprised to see that, and I was just like, well, what's going to be something off the wall or something fitness wise, where he's just like, well, I can't leapfrog no more or some shit
Right,
like that,
right,
right?
right.
But yeah, I was like, okay, I was actually, this is somebody who I honestly, shout outs to folks in Florida. I definitely want to make sure I get him on a pod as well too. King amongst men, what 11? He said, when there's no fight in me left,
Mm.
mentally, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. I did feel that earlier this
Yeah.
year after,
Yeah.
yeah, everything that happened with moms. I definitely felt that. And it was leading to it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? First, it was the physical, then it was the emotional, then it was the mental, then it was the spiritual.
Spiritual.
It was
Yeah.
like I was so
Yeah.
damn tired, I couldn't even pray no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like what. Mind you, I'm still looking for a church home. Shout outs to Wheeler. No, shout outs to Alfred Street Baptist Church. I'm still down with Pastor Wesley. I didn't even want to look at you. No shade, Pastor Wesley. But even just going on, you know what I'm saying, online to like watch the sermons and stuff
Right.
like that, right? I'm a big avid, you know what I'm saying? I still play tithes and all that stuff to my church back home. I didn't feel like doing that. You know what I mean? I wasn't tapping in. And so I brought that up as far as like the burnout in itself, right?
Hmm.
Because I am just now identifying with it and realizing that's what was going on. And now I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional on what I need to do to create habits
Right.
that are more for me and not for the sake of pleasing anybody
Right.
else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I guess me being in the service industry for so long, I've been one to be in the position of always pleasing
Hmm.
others, right? Even if it's unintentional, it's
Right.
just a matter of just let me make sure everybody else is good. Um, Hell, outside of that, honestly, just being the type of person that I am within my family. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I ended up being in the service industry, is because it just kind of, I don't know.
One thing I realized is that a lot of people hit burnout or get to that burnout stage because we don't truly have boundaries, a lot
Mm,
of boundaries in place. And if we do have boundaries in place, they don't stretch far and wide enough, with
okay.
certain people and things. Um, and so when we get kind of lenient on our boundaries, things are able to come and start penetrating the wall. And then we start to feel burnt out. Once you create boundaries, those things, it protects you from actually getting to that burnout. That's with jobs, that's with
Because I was going to
relationships,
say,
that's with
how do you,
family.
okay, because
Yeah.
my to piggyback off of that, right? My question to you is going to be like, how do you continue to build on businesses and stuff
Hmm.
like that, and try to avoid on burnouts when you're constantly trying to build and elevate within whatever industry that you're in? Like, how do you avoid burning out when it's like a constant situation, just like, if I don't put in this work,
Yeah.
who gonna see it, who gonna understand, who it's gonna attract, how am I going to be able to eat off of this? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
how's anybody going to be able
It's
to
not
see
going to
my
be
brand?
done overnight. And that's the thing. We put so much pressure on ourselves to get everything done right here, right now, and always grinding, grinding, grinding. That's the boundary you have to put for yourself
Mm.
to actually, hey, after this time, let me stop. Let me disconnect. Because you're no good if you don't have that energy in you to do it.
Yeah, true story.
You know, for instance, I have a business partner. I'm not going to mention her name, but she will call and text at least 1,000 times a day. to the point where it becomes, you have to realize I have this going on, that going on, and this going on. I have 1,000 things coming from here, 1,000 things coming from here, 1,000 things coming from here, you know? So I had to intentionally say, all right, I'm going to take these calls and texts in the morning, unless it's an emergency, obviously.
Right.
I'm going to take these texts and calls in the morning. Anything that comes after that, I'll get to it the next day.
Just FYI, you know you're my emergency contact, so you better answer the goddamn phone.
Now, my phone goes on DND at 7:30.
So what if 911 or the hospital is calling you and they know that?
Every day.
Jerk. You better make me. Hello.
Every day.
You can put me on the top.
I'm going to pin you up. What is it, pin? I don't know.
The fact that I'm not pinned up now is like, wait, that's weird.
I'm not pinned up. Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
Shut up. You know what I mean?
I just learned that you can do that.
Me too.
Just by mistake, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got random people up there like, why are you even up here? What does that even mean?
Everybody that was blasting me, I told LP the other time, I was like, everybody that was blasting me about having my phone on Do Not Disturb, I didn't know I did that.
Yeah.
It was kind of by accident.
It's a good thing, though. But those boundaries, back to those boundaries, setting clear boundaries with people, jobs,
That
family, relationships.
Yeah, that part.
You know.
That part.
That'll help. It won't prevent, but it'll definitely help you from reaching that burnout stage.
You find that people kind of gravitate towards you in order to kind of seek advice now because they see the boundaries that you've created and probably kind of see like, okay, he's done it, maybe he can teach me how to do it. You ever had anybody come up to you and try to piggyback off of what you do in the sense where they're just kind of like trying to get some more, I don't know, insight in the sense of what they can do in order to make things shake a little bit better for them?
I've
noticed it.
I've gotten a few.
I've noticed it for you.
Yeah, I've gotten a few.
However, they do become leeches at that point.
Yeah. But I'm a good judge of character, and I don't like to be aggravated. I'm not really a human person. Like, I got very few humans that I really deal with. So you really have to come with the correct energy. It can't come off leechish.
Yeah,
that's
we'll go. We're
gonna make that word up right now. I'm gonna pin that right there. You can't come off with that kind of energy at the beginning. You know, I like organic connections.
Yeah,
where if just in a casual conversation, it comes up though that I'm possibly doing something that you want to possibly get into, or whatever the case may be, and then we go and just have a conversation about that. And then we connect again, and that style of, I guess, helping someone is a little better than, hey, I see what you're doing, da 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 da. You think I could? Right then and there, I'm like, nah, I'm good. You aggravating already. Like, I don't like to be aggravated, but I've tried to move more into attracting versus. Not chasing, because when I first kind of got around, I was always looking for what's next, what's this, what type of person I need to put in this position. But now it's more of
I see what you mean.
Seeing the whole entire vision or whatever the case may be, and then having those people attract to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's been working. It has been working. Like in the past, I've been looking for things to add, just speaking for the gym right now, I've been looking for things to add to the gym. But in the last 2 years or so, things have been coming and there wasn't really a chase for it. It was just like, hey, I got this going on. I think it'd be a great fit. Let's have a conversation, da, 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 da. We have a conversation. Alignment is there.
Yeah.
And it happens. Like, I like that kind of motion rather than boots on the ground, out there trying to get it, hustle. That's not me. I'm trying to move into my soft guy era.
This guy.
I'm just playing.
No, honestly, because I hear that a lot too, like the whole soft girl, soft guy. Well, I don't hear soft
Nah,
guy.
you don't hear soft guy.
But you definitely hear soft girl
Yeah.
and stuff like that, right? But I guess like everybody's trying to move into an era where it's just like the hustle is not. No, it's not so much as a hustle, the grind in itself.
Yeah.
Because people tend to misconstrue
Yep.
the
Yep.
two, right?
Yep.
Grinding to me is like one. Most of the time when people grind, there's no purpose,
Mhm.
right? And so what ends up happening is they just kind of redundantly doing something in a vicious cycle, and they're just grinding themselves to a stoop,
Right.
right? Sometimes you can hustle with no purpose as well too. I feel like they can actually go hand in hand in a positive and negative way. It just really depends on the person and whether or not there's a purpose driven
Yeah.
um
That why.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the why?
But with this whole like soft girl era or the relaxation of just kind of just floating and just letting things be attracted to you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the notion now. But it's definitely one of those situations where um everybody is doing things a little bit differently than what the next person does, or and social media is really, really pushing the narrative of one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
now everybody's just looking at it as like, this is what quote unquote soft girl era is. Or the relaxation mode of basically just being in tune with self. Now when somebody's in tune with self or in their girl era, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations where it's just like, oh, she's stuck up or he's full of himself or whatever. Right. And in retrospect, it's just like, you have no idea. I've been busting my ass
Behind the
trying to get to
scenes.
where the fuck I
Exactly.
am. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Shorty is tired. But I know what I've done to
Right.
get to where I
Right.
am. So now I can cross my legs and be like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there.
get that. Let that come to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't find nothing wrong with it. I just like I said, I just really feel like sometimes social media can push the narrative of one aspect or one focal point and just go off of that.
Right.
And that becomes the standard for.
Yeah. When they get into the soft girl era, it's more the pampering side, the vacations, the getting up and not having to do anything.
Which ideally, again, there's nothing wrong with it to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, in the end, you still got to come home.
Yeah. Still got to clean
and
up
you still got to clean up your house. Yeah. Nasty ass shit. But as far as business-wise, what you got coming up?
Well, this is the 10th year, so it's a pivotal moment.
10 years.
Not pivotal. It's a great accomplishment to have been in business for 10 years.
10 years, my guy.
We're celebrating this November with our legacy soiree. Traditionally, we do a end of the year gala for the foundation, but this year we're doing more of a day party for the 10-year celebration of the gym and to continue further pushing the foundation.
So if they want to support?
Yeah, if they want to support, you just go ahead to l1fitness.com, click on Legacy Soiree. You can purchase tickets there. You can donate there. All proceeds are going towards the L1 Foundation to our mission of building a stronger community.
You heard that.
And other than that, we have Fit on Wheels that is really, really getting some steam. That's our mobile fitness unit. Looking at some contracts and things like that, some partnerships. I'm really excited about that.
Shout outs to Nisi.
Miss Nisi Fit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep everything together. Like, I don't want to be a chef on this side, a dancer on this side, a doctor on that side. So everything just kind of feeds each other.
How do you migrate that? Because when somebody is good at so many things and can excel in so many things, like this whole together shit that you're talking about. Let's break that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Help me.
So basically squeezing the lemon until it's definitely dry, right? So with the gym, there's so many different ways you can go to add either another stream of revenue or another business venture. You have your regular gym. There's a nutrition component on there. Mm-hmm. I still love culinary and things like that. Not necessarily saying I'm going to be cooking and stuff like that. But opening some sort of fuel bar that's still connected, still driving revenue. That mobile fitness unit, it's fitness, but now we're able to go different places.
Right.
You have apparel that you can get into, and you're in the fitness industry, so you know there are different things that you can do. My background is highly in performing arts. Like, I'm a performing artist at heart, and so I've been looking at ways to bring that in. So now through our nonprofit, we've added a pillar for cultural enrichment, which will do cultural arts under the cultural enrichment. So now I get to be around my West African dancing and all that.
Thank
right
you.
there. You know, it's been a while. It's been a while. But
that has been a talk since we
have
moved
to get
here.
people in place. Have to
No,
get people in place, you know. And that's another thing. We do have some board openings. We're looking for board members. If you are willing to be a board member, if you have the work, the wealth, and the wisdom, please check us out.
You heard the 3 W's.
That's the work. You're going to work. Please have some wisdom. And then most importantly, we need wealth. Even if you don't have the wealth, you can connect us to those people who do.
That part.
But that's about it. I mean, Q4 for me is autopilot right now. We'll do some meetings in December just to kind of make sure the year is ready to go for 2026.
That's kind of a blessing to actually be an autopilot in Q4.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people over here scrambling.
Grinding. Yeah. Grinding. Honestly, if you've planned the year out correctly and kind of followed your trends, I kind of did some data digging, or just kind of grabbed some of the data from the gym, and I realized where it fluctuates and the fall offs and things like that. And so I kind of planned the year around that. So when we get to Q4, we're not around trying to figure out this and that, and everything's already just rolling right into 2026 for the peak year.
It's funny because I would highly encourage other gym owners, and not just gym owners, but also fitness, anyone in the fitness industry for the most part that has an entity around that fitness industry. Study that fluctuation within your quarters. You have the data, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest things that I've been in a position now to actually push the narrative on. Again, background is in accounting. Yes, my background is in fitness as well too, right? But I do have a background in accounting. I've been in that industry for as the same amount of time that I've been in the fitness industry as well too. And so now I'm actually learning how to integrate the two by way of also including IT, right? And so now one of the biggest thing is studying data on a regular basis. And so my position now within the contracts that I have, I'm learning that as I'm going along with the constant travel that I'm having to do in the different companies that I'm learning from, and learning those aspects, those skill sets, so that way I can be able to pull that back into the fitness industry, which I do love.
Oh, yeah.
But I say all that to say, the data is with you. Some of those people actually ignore that, and then they wonder why the hell they're basically scrambling in Q4 or ain't got no money towards the end of the year. Where did it all go? Stay on that. Because that in itself is a blueprint for the following year to come. So you hit the nail on the head on that.
That's it. I had to start working smart, and being able to work on the business and not in the business allowed me to sit back and kind of digest that. You know,
how do you separate those two?
Oh man. It's hard. It's hard, but it's very important. Very important, because if you want your business to grow, you have to be able to step back so you can see it from a bird's eye view, and then go back to the ground and kind of, all right, I need to fix this, do this, do that. And like this year, I really had to put acorns to the side for the winter, especially with this new political climate. We don't know what is getting ready to happen. Even with the economy, like people are spending less. Well, I don't know in Houston because y'all outside buying bottles, like, but people are spending less. They're not spending as much as they were.
Luxury wise, yes.
Luxury
Luxury
wise.
wise, but they're knowing exactly what they're spending it on. Like they'll put the money in what they want. Like for instance, we just had this argument just on fitness alone, right? On how boot camps are starting to get minimized a lot more, right? As far as being enthused and joining boot camps or boot camp styles and things of that nature. Pilates is out the ass. Okay.
And
and
those
then
fitness experiences as well, where they're doing like cold plunges with Pilates.
And that honestly really is just kind of like that in itself was honestly just what, Q2, Q3 just now. You know what I mean? That wasn't even something that's been culturally been built up. So I'm curious to see that in the next year or two as well too. Grow. I mean, granted, I feel like it's a facade, but you're gonna have to continue to build that up because now I also see they're actually adding in the DJs, they're adding in like the destinations, which again, it's really just remixed. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you're innovative with it. But like, I'm seeing Pilates come up. I'm seeing But
why is Pilates coming up? Who's starting to integrate Pilates?
What you mean?
It's us.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, we getting on the bandwagon with Pilates.
Yeah, like, that's true.
That was
definitely not for us.
Yeah, that was for our Caucasian counterparts.
Okay, I saw that one video on on TikTok where Shorty got on the damn reformer and ended up bending backwards like a pretzel and said, "I don't want no parts." And then as soon as I decided to finally try my first Pilates class on the reformer,
did you fold up?
What?
I should have been there.
Right there. Like, I was like, yo, brother was there. I had to get him to help me. And then I think I sat out for like 2 weeks. But no, you're definitely right on that as well, too. Listen, we the shit. We definitely is.
Yeah. We take over.
Go ahead and give them your handles or where they can find you at, where you want them to find you at, and all that.
Well, I'm not on social media. I kid. But do follow Level 1 Fitness. Do follow the L1 Foundation, Fit on Wheels, so you can stay in the know of everything that we have going on. You know, you can be a part of our community. We have a lot of community volunteer opportunities as well that we're always looking for volunteers. We have one coming up November 22nd. We're doing a turkey give back with Unity National Bank right in 3rd Ward. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and lock in. I mean, we're a community and we just want people to be a part of that community that have good energy, who's coming with good intentions. You know, it's intentions. It's been a long 4 years cleaning out bad intentions and energy. So come correct.
Not the serious face. Any gems you want to drop to our community here, our platform on, those people that are listening in?
Well, first off, I'm just glad that this is back. I'm so happy this is back because it does inspire a lot of people. Just being able to hear people's story, people that they may know or see every day, but to actually get to know the ins and outs of that person is really good. But I would say definitely to you, to you to have grace with yourself. You that wasn't just burnout that you went through. You dealt with a life-changing situation. Burnout comes from like jobs and things like that, but to lose a parent is more than just burnout. So have grace with yourself with that and know that if you're not feeling 100%, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Although we're going to keep pushing you like, hey, what you doing? But still, I mean, have grace with yourself, please.
Thanks.
All right. Listen, it's been about 15 years and you'll think my granddaddy died like 2 weeks ago. Let my mama tell it. So she hasn't even gotten over that hurdle yet. So just please have grace.
Shout out to Ma Jones.
Crib.
I appreciate you, fam.
I appreciate you and I love you, man.
I love you too. I love you too. Aw. Okay, y'all. Y'all already know the The deal. Listen, the Must Hustle Podcast. We're on all social media platforms. Make sure to follow us on YouTube as well, too. Okay. Instagram page, we locked in. TikTok, we locked in. Spotify, iHeartRadio, you already know the vibes. We locked in. Follow us through www.themustahustlepodcast.com. Definitely going to be putting in some more content on that as well, too. And then also, listen, tap in.
Yes.
I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your suggestions, things that you want to be able to see on this platform. Lock in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the pivot now is with us. It's the hustle mentality of any and everybody in our community. All right. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care what you're going through. I want to know what's up. All right. And if anything, each one teach one, because we can all be plugs for each other. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm your girl Cokes, and we out. Bye.